Well, in this video we're gonna diagnose a squeaky clutch. Is it from the pedal? Is it from the cylinder or cylinders? Or is it from the fork itself? Okay, here we can hear some clicking noises, and the clicking noises here are not that like abnormal. They are just from the two sensors that are connected to the clutch pedal. So it's something in the front. So let's see. This is a Honda CR-V 2.2 liter diesel ICTDI. This is the engine and the gearbox is located down there. So there we can see the clutch fork. It's closer maybe here you can see this is the fork, and this is a connection point, and it has a lot of pressure, and inside there is also a ball-like thing that the fork sits on when it moves. It may be also from there. So we're gonna clean there and then put some lubrication and right lubrication for this job, and then we're gonna see if the noise goes away. So to get better access to the fork, I removed the engine cover, that plastic one, and the intake hose from one 10mm holder here and one more there. I kept the holders on the hose so I don't lose them. Now, after I cleaning was easy because I was just spraying from the outside to the inside, and there is a hole under the flywheel that dirt can go out from, or when they hold the flywheel, they hold it from there. So that hole is good because if you spray here, the dirt will go down through that hole. So yeah, and be sure that the hole is open. In this car it's open, but yeah, be sure if it's closed, so there will be maybe a rubber thing that is closing it, and it will be under the flywheel, like under the engine. Then you can see like the flywheel from it. So here is the fork. Here is how things look inside. There to the left we have the clutch. To the right we have maybe the squeaking ball. I cleaned like everything here and I lubricated that thing, and then I removed the cylinder here because it gave me better access. It was just held by like that by two 12mm bolts, and it was pushing against the fork. So you can remove the bolts first, and then you can just, if you want for better, you can remove that holder there where the hose sits. So when you remove that, you can just slide this to the back. so it will not be pushing hard, so it's easy to remove it. And then we have like better access to everything. So a brush and high temperature grease. You may like fill it with grease, and then when you put things back together, you can like the grease that will like be pushed to the outside, you can like with your finger smooth it and then clean the extra. It may also protect the inner grease. So yeah, both or like the same to the inner parts. With a brush you make your way in to that ball behind and to the two places that are where the fork connects to the bearing, and then also, if you can, to the axle, so it slides freely. So I put back everything together and I open the place here for the clutch fluid, so the piston can go in like easier maybe. So yeah, it's not that complicated. The pin of the piston of the cylinder here is flexible, so it may go like right and left a bit, and yeah, especially if you remove that small holder there, it will be easier to fit it back. Like you fit back first the cylinder and then that one. While you are fitting this, you can fit that one at the same time. So yeah, it's not that complicated. So you put back the bolts like as tight as they were almost. Here is how the clutch after. So it feels much smoother, and yeah, it's not a hard job, but some patience and be careful. It's like important parts. And I inspected also the fork. So when I removed the cylinder by my finger, I put it in and I felt around the fork. Well, this ball on the right side, in the inside, where it sits, I inspected the back side if it was worn, because when it's squeaking, it means hard friction between metals, like in this case. So yeah, it was okay, so I knew that I'm good to go. Otherwise, if it's like opened or if it's like cracking or like that, so it means it's better to replace the fork. Otherwise, you will lose the working of the clutch. So